My mother would always say, with God, all things are possible. I was raised really Roman Catholic, and when I started this whole journey of connecting with spirit, sharing spirit, I really struggled with using the word God, because for me, God was wrapped up in that patriarchal religion with rules and sin and persecution. And so it's been through this period and time of really stepping into helping others, but also keeping myself grounded in working through addiction. And I can't talk about the whole journey because it's not my own story to tell, but I can tell you my part of it as a mother and my own failings with addiction. Mine was food addiction, sugar. Still battle it. Really can't have it in the house. I've got a package of Oreos that might have to go in the garbage because I can't seem to stay away from them. So yeah, addiction, it's hard. And everybody's road is so different. And it's lonely. But walking this walk of learning how to surrender, it's probably the best thing I've learned, is leaning into God. With God, all things are possible, and it's so true. So whatever you're going through, whether it's an addiction or trauma or abuse of some sort, prayer. I know that prayer works. I've seen it work in my own life. Do I pray as much as I should? No. However, my mother still truly believes and still truly prays so hard every day. And it makes a difference. I see it make a difference in the people that she's praying for. It helps them to make better choices. It helps them to see things from a higher perspective. It helps them to feel not so alone on their journey. And I've been able to embrace being closer to God, universe, source, whatever you want to call it, but not so afraid to say the word God anymore because I don't tie it to that patriarchal doomsday persecution energy that I had associated with previously. So a lot of my posts and a lot of my videos recently have been a little different in their feeling, in their nature, really stepping into faith, because what I have been finding through this journey of helping others inside my family and outside my family and in my work, that it is through God all things are possible, and that I've had to really lean into surrender. That I don't know how, and I don't know when things are going to change, shift, manifest, break open, transform, expand. I just know that one step at a time, they are. And so for those of you who are really going through it right now, I really wanted to put this out there for those of you who are really feeling alone, isolated, or despair. Because I know what it's like to be in the bottom of that barrel, on the bottom of that floor, feeling like you're in there alone, and it's slowly filling up with water, and you can't get yourself off the floor of that to save yourself. And that's where with God, all things are possible comes in, because you don't have to. If you ask Him to lift you up, if you ask Him to take care of you, He will. And I'm really feeling in these energies, especially with this Mercury retrograde that we're currently in, that you're really being brought to things that have put you on the bottom of that barrel, that have put you in despair in some way. So whether it's that feeling or that situation or that person or the finances, whatever it is that are making you feel unstable at this time, that you're revisiting, right? The energy that you're revisiting of a lesson or a situation that maybe it's time to transform it in some way and you don't know how. You're like, I'm here again. I still don't have the answers. I still don't know how to fix it. And that's when we have to go, okay, with God, all things are possible. And I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to get on my knees and pray. I'm going to get into gratitude for what is working out. I'm going to be kind to the people around me. I'm going to stay in a positive expectation that everything is working out for my highest and greatest good, because it is, and it's going to in some way. I just don't know right at this moment how that's going to look. And that's where you have to surrender. That's the hard part. Staying in the knowingness that it's going to work out. You're going to have what you need when you need it. And that's the other thing. It may not be what you want. It'll be what you need. And that's the other piece of surrender. You have to be open to how it's going to show up. It may not be the exact job you wanted. It may not be the exact person you thought it was going to be. You may not think it was the exact dollar amount that was coming. But you're going to have what you need for this moment. And then the next moment, and the next moment, and then the next moment. And the moments start to add up to days and weeks and years. But you got to start in this moment. That's what you're being called to do right now, in this moment. Not about the next moment, and not about what happened in the last moment. What's going on in this moment? What am I being guided to do in this moment? That's what I have to do. And if it's take care of myself, then that's what I do. If it's saying no to someone else because I don't have it to give, then that's what I do. Or is it doing something that you really don't want to do, but you're being called to do? Because that's going to break open your energy also. Whatever it is for you, it's going to resonate very differently, but this is what you're being asked to do. Surrender in this moment. And remember that with God, all things are possible. And stay in that energy. Much love.